you know, Davis is a guy that, you know, you can put him in the box in the run game. You can put him out of the box in the pass game. You can put him in the box and you know, convince them that it is a run box, but now it's a pass box because he can make that happen. So, you know, there's no limitations to what he brings to the table, whether it's inside the box or outside the box. A lot of people get fooled with Brenny, and they think he's just a pass-catching tight end. They kind of look at his body, and because he's not as thick as Davis is, they kind of look at his route running, and he looks more like a receiver and running his routes and kind of elusive with that and faster. But then, again, you put on the tape and you put him in the box, and he is super physical. And when he uses his technique and he's consistent in his technique, I mean, he's one of the best blocking tight ends in the ACC. And he just needs more time and he needs more reps at it. But you can take both of those dudes, put them inside, outside, put them in the run game, put them in the pass game, and we're calling our plays. We're not having to go in there and go, oh my gosh, you know, Davis is a, you know, in the slot. No, who cares? Let's go, you know. And if you saw on Saturday, there was a couple times Davis was outside as a wide receiver and Brenny was in the slot. Well, again, you can only do that if they have the mental capacity to handle that. And that's something that's you know, not a lot of people have that in offense. Like, you have to limit the mental side of it, because if they don't know what they're doing, it doesn't matter how great they are physically. Well, with those two dudes, you can say, hey, I want to put you here, I want to put you there, I want to, you know, put one of you here and one of you there. And they're like, all right, coach. And it's like, well, do you know what you're doing? And it's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then you ask them, and they know what they're doing. So here we go. So
he's just one of the guys, if that makes sense. I mean, I think he's really tried hard, like, you know, really connect to us with, like, on a personal level. You know, he's got some swagger about him that I think he thinks he has more swagger than he really does. But he definitely has swagger for sure. You know, he's really just trying to make that personal connection. And, like, he doesn't talk to us like, you know, like he's some big, like, authority guy. You know, it's like he's part of the tight end room just like we are. And, you know, he's just here to try to help us along our journey.
Dave Allen was just talking to us. He had said that he would go to war with you. So to have, you know, that kind of a tight end that, you know, I can just throw that thing up and he's probably going to come down with that thing. So, you know, what's that kind of like to have?
Man, I appreciate Dave saying that. I'll go to war with that guy too. But he made some incredible plays this weekend that I'm glad a lot of people got to see, because, I mean, he makes a lot of plays like that in practice. And, I mean, he's an amazing tight end. And be able to have a guy like that that's well-respected on this team, like Davis Allen, probably one of the most well-respected guys on the team from the way he works and the way he prepares and the way he plays, means a lot to me. So I appreciate Davis for saying that.
You know, you got a group in Sage and Luke and Brenny and Davis. They all bring something different to the table, and they're all team-oriented. So all those guys make a difference on special teams. And then they turn around and whenever their number's called, whether it's 5 plays or whether it's 71 plays like Davis played, you know, Saturday, they're ready for their number to be called, and they're ready to make a difference, whether it's in the run game, the passing game. I mean, you know, I love that they got the catches and they got the touchdowns, and that's all good, but, you know, I turn on the film and I get fired up when I see them pancaking somebody inside the box, you know, and that's the play that I call out to them and go, man, look at this play right here. Wait a second, what about Twitter blew me up over here on this play? Yeah, well, Richardson tweet, I don't know, is blowing you up on this play. I don't know all that social media stuff. I was trying to come up with something cool right there, like Rich Chat. Rich Chat is blowing you up on this play right here because I love that you put that dude in the dirt and I can't see him anymore. You know, those are the things I get fired up about. Or we're out in space and we're making blocks and Shipley's coming off our butt, or Moff or Pace is coming off our butt, and turning a 4-yard gain into a 10-yard gain. But I like the other side of it too, where they get rewarded with some of those, you know, some of those shinier, you know, playmaking plays. But, you know, they've just done an unbelievable job, all 4 of them, of being super coachable and just coming every day as professionals. They come into the meeting room and there's no junk. They come in there and it's just like, all right, coach, what do we got to do? What do we got to fix? You know, what's next? I don't have to deal with any off the field issues with them. I'm not chasing them in the classroom to go to school. It's strictly like, hey, how can we get better as football players? We're taking care of the other stuff, and that just allows me to free me up and just, you know, coach more football with them. So we don't go into a game week and recreate our playbook based off of, hey, we need to hit this spot of the field or that spot of the field. Our playbook covers, you know, east, west, north, south. We try to take advantage of every blade of grass within our playbook. Sometimes you get into a game and it just don't work out that way. And, you know, we did a good job of taking what the defense gave us. It ended up being in those areas of the field. And at the end of the day, you still got to make plays too. And, you know, the tight ends made plays, the receivers made plays, and DJ did a great job of putting the ball, reading through his progression, and putting the ball where it needed to be, and that's kind of where you see the kind of the hit chart that you saw from a passing game standpoint.